Hey everybody, so today we're on the private test universe, the PTU we're calling it, and this is just, you can do it on Steam, so make sure you close the game and there's nothing running. You can right click, go to properties, and then go to the last tab in the game, and there should be the beta branch, or sorry, it's not the last one, but there's the betas. Then you can do the drop down box, and you should be able to click the PTU, and yeah, you can join us on here. So the PTU update for what is it, 08 20 2021, they do it backwards in their country. I was reading it off of theirs at first. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Anyways, health bars are added. Player gradually heals inside the save zone. New market station added over 300 kilometers deep into the belt, and this station is pretty cool. So this is like the main origin belt there, the one that surrounds is that what we call EOS? I'm really bad with the names, but the gas giant. So not this one, obviously. We're on the moon right now, but that one right there. So it includes an auction house and very low 2% tax. This auction house is not connected to the origin auction house, obviously. All ship shops, easy build hall, ship design workshop, refill stations, insurance transfer with a limited of 100 kilometers, 50 kilometer permanent safe zone. Note, the station does not buy ores or items. It's only meant for player trading. The station is located at the bottom area of the belt. You need to be to midway from the origins to get the transponder to show at approximately 200 kilometers out. The station is located in the area free of player stations. Please do not try to establish a player station in this area on live server, as such station will get removed. There initially will be asteroids inside the safe zone. This is intended as players seek the brief refuge for mining, can mine safely until the asteroids are depleted. Note that you'll need to first get to the station to benefit from this. Also, the station is not located in the highest tier asteroid zone. So basically, there'll be asteroids in there, but as you're mining, you will deplete all those asteroids in the safe zone, and then basically that's it. You will have to go outside the safe zone. Moon mining is in. Yes, we're going to check that out here after the patch notes. So moon mining is in. Works outside of safe zones with a pickaxe, mining laser, rocket launcher, and remote explosives. Gives Valkite when mining. Is a test right now. Does not save progress yet or update to other players. So the server is still under work, and the main idea is to test it and see how it works. And when we did the testing on that, I'll tell you a bit more. Basically, it acts like a crater. It's not tunnels. Tunnels are... Lori basically said tunnels are like years away. I was worried about FPS, but he didn't say FPS was an issue. So that's actually kind of good news. But it sounds like it's probably going to be... I'm guessing it's going to be more like data storage and information like that. And it's just not worth keeping that kind of information stored right now in complexity. But we'll see. You know, we've been surprised by this dev team over and over. But I don't really need tunnels, by the way. I want to make sure everyone knows that. I'm clear of that. It'd be a neat feature, but honestly, a lot of times I find those cause more problems than they benefits they give, right? Moon City now has 3 limited range 100 kilometer instance insurance transfer terminals. So located in the main city entrance, at the main flight port, and at the Terminal Memorial. So we're on one of them right now, by the way. Moon bases. To establish a base, you can craft the moon base foundation outside the safe zone. From the public test universe craft menu, go 300 meters outside the safe zone and 300 meters away from other stations. Have a module in your quick bar. Activate the module, place the quick bar, place the module, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through it. Once established, you may collect ores to the inventory and begin crafting the base. You will need a moon base support leg module to expand the base further in the build area. Now, keep in mind there might be lots of bugs on the PTU, and it is our job to report them, so please remember when you're on the PTU to hit that wonderful F1 key, because 99% of games do not have a wonderful bug reporting system, and it is our jobs as the players to report this information and help the devs out. Capital ship dock parts. Yes, you heard it. Capital ship dock parts. Used to build docks where you can build capital ships. Docks are built on stations. Capital ship frame and block modules. Frame modules can be used to build the frame of the ship, and block modules for the exterior. Also, other station parts can be used within the capital ship as a non-structural parts. So basically, all the special parts, functions, everything else is part of the capital ship, because the capital ship, in a sense, is a station. It's a stationary object, in a sense, a static object, and we'll learn more and understand more of that, obviously, as time goes on. Note, does not include any capital ship devices yet. That's only possible to test the frame shapes, not actually build a functional capital ship. So be warned, that's not in here. And it is a private test universe, and Laurie himself said basically, like, they're adding stuff in here. Some stuff will be ready eventually. Maybe next week there'll be some stuff on here that are great, and then they'll move that from the PTU and put that on live. But you're not going to see this one big patch dropping from the PTU to live. Which I had assumed that just from the sheer size of it and the complexity. I just don't think it would be sane to release the biggest patch possible, for the fact that it makes sense to release them in little bits, right? Kind of. Anyways, alum, and Beltium alloys for capital ship construction. So the alloys are in, 2 of them anyways. So if we go here, we actually have a cool little, if we open our inventory here, we can go to the dev here, and we can see, I think they were in here. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, right here. So you got the 2 different alloys here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, there's no, I don't think there's any way to craft them quite yet, but that's coming soon. So somebody just crashed somewhere. You can hear it. There's the thing up there. It's a beautiful city. Now keep in mind, the graphics look a little weird because we are in a force field right now. So we'll get out of here in a few minutes. Okay, so the PTU only, by the way, for people who are wondering and want to test here, we do have the cheat menu, as you saw there. So the cheat menu does let you spawn items and things like that. So all players have the research trees and additional free money and infinite ores and alloys. PTU only, research trees and crafting menu allows testing parts which are not yet in the actual research tree. Added basic crafting bench and all of its upgrades and advanced crafting benches to the inventory cheat tab for PTU players. So that's obviously good stuff there. I love the creepy ass music here on the on this place. Animations, fixed first person pipe tool, fire animation. Fixed animation not activating correctly when removing weapons from tripod. Fixed legs not animating correctly during movement when firing the shotgun. Fixed sprint animation looking the wrong when equipped with a tripod. And there's a bunch of audio changes. Added a UI sound for the pilot chair binding menu. Added missing sounds for the auction house UI. Fixed incorrect window closing sounds when the research tree hadn't been visible. New audio signal device sounds. Toned down environmental noise when player is working in the in-game editor, which actually I heard somebody actually mention that the other day. So that's actually a good thing. I guess it gets a little too noisy for them in there. Capital ships, added capital ship construction, capital ship dock parts, capital ship frame and block modules. Added the alum and Beltium alloys for the capital ship constructions. Companies, fixed an issue caused creating company rank to fail for new companies. Crafting, added frame subcategory under station module category. Added hinge B 48 times 48 centimeter to hinges and hatches. Categorize all current station modules. Fix not being able to craft full or refill versions of the propellant tanks. Fix not being able to craft solar panels or solar panel light sensors. Prevented crafting in ship designer test mode. Devices. Fix utility body bolt profile issue where it could bolt properly. Plasma thruster base propellant consume reduced from 290 to 248. Well, that's nice. That's for the plasma one. Gameplay. Players gradually heal while in a safe zone because we have a health bar now. So if we sprint around here now, you can actually see the orange one there is your health bar. So before it was a hidden number. We never actually saw it, but yeah, basically if somebody shot at you, say like with a pistol, you do lose some health, and you go down to no health, you will die. But we hadn't actually been able to see the health numbers there, so that is now a nice feature to have in the game, and pretty useful, though kind of annoying when it pops up when you're sprinting away, but there's probably going to be more options in the future. Moon. Added moon mining. Yes, we're going to check that out. Added new moon terrain. Rotated the moon and raised the city above the ground. The city should now have a larger beam legs, i.e. it shouldn't float. New moon, 1 ground level, ground shapes and textures. There you go. Moon City has 3 limited range, 100 kilometer. We already talked about that. Moon bases, added moon bases. Ships. Basically fixed anyone being able to manipulate company-owned ships in the safe zone. Changed the Tegnium beams to Bastium on the Mako. Added description for, and there's a whole bunch of different parts. Oh, sorry, these are all the ships. Sorry, yeah, so a bunch of ships. Updated the croc. The pincer has been updated. Ship design added some additional info to the error messages. Fixed a crash when joining group sessions in test mode. Fixed an issue when snapping points were visualized incorrectly. Prevented F5 test mode toggled while scene is saving. Prevented closing the buy ship dialog while the buy operation is active. And then ship easy build mode. Fixed easy build create ship flipping when re-entering. Fixed the name for the basic 2T1 fuel rod and rack module. Fixed resource containers sometimes emptying when the module is placed for the first time. Fixed ship duping if the ship thrusters are separated from the ship. Fixed welding in the corner 1 or crate module. Tone down environmental noise when players work in the ship editor, which we heard. Stations. Fixed the factory hull areas saving properly. Fixed station foundation rotation while placing. Fixed an issue that causes the fast... sorry, I got distracted with the noise. Fixed an issue that caused the first easy build module being placed anywhere inside the easy build mode instead of next to the station foundation module. So those are some pretty good fixes. Tools. Durability errors can now be viewed in the game. Hovering your reticle of the cursor over them. Fixed an issue caused by the building tool not being repaired. Tutorial added a camera distance binds to tutorials. Added quick bar edit tutorial. Fixed a repair job in respawning not always working during the last phase of the repair job tutorial after logging out and back in. Fixed an issue during the crafting tutorial where the game showed the amount of ore zone incorrectly. Fixed the quick bar highlight during the tutorial to not highlight non-visible quick bar. Selected blah blah blah. Has the lowest position on the screen. Yeah, there you go. I shouldn't say blah, blah, blah. I do that sometimes when I'm in games reading, but that's not really good for the patch notes, huh? New mineral discovery messages now work outside of the tutorial mode. Awesome. Weapons. Fix the typo in the mounted weapon barrel located. So electricity. I guess they fixed the spelling. Improve the localization for tripod autocannon. Better explain how to use the weapon. Known issues. Remote explosives payloads cannot be placed on the moon's surface. Digging a steep hole that the player barely fits and entering it can cause FPS drops while in it. Jumping, flying out of the hole ends the FPS issues. Digging a very deep hole can cause the whole wall textures to bug out. And there you have it. So that is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, I could have a nap there. I'll definitely put a timestamp in this video just so people can skip it. So we got some guys here just having fun here. They're making like, oh my goodness. You know what this reminds me of? Like Tatooine type, style here. This is adorable. And it's like a junkyard. Oh, love the junkyard. That's so cool. It really looks like a junkyard. That's beautiful. Yeah, they're just playing around and testing. There was a ladder placed here. I don't know what happened to his ladder. Did it despawn, or is it still around here? Yeah, I think it is. I don't know what happened. We had a cool ladder here we were playing around with, and basically we made it so you can walk up. Oh, here's part of it, but the idea is you could use the ladder and climb up the top here. So one of the other hints that we were told is basically you're going to be able to... So one of the things that's going to happen is that's going to get nerfed is the jetpack. So it's still going to be used. I was wondering, and I was hoping almost, but it makes building difficult. Like where maybe the jetpack is instead like a sprint jetpack. So like, you know how sprinting lasts a certain amount. Maybe they do the same with the jetpack, but apparently not. Basically right now, there's no weight or effect of the moon to the endos. And later on, what's going to happen is pretty much that's going to be enabled. And then there's probably going to be some other limitations that will be applied as well. And that'll probably have an effect on us. So I'm going to check out my friend's ship here. So we came here together, and his ship screwed up. He quit the PTU here just for the fact that it didn't work out so well anyways, and he just wanted to check it out. You know, it's very minor, it's very basic. You know, it was more like, you know, some people just want to check it out, obviously, and that's what we're here to do too, check it out. But I hope you guys do come on and do some testing and do some bug reports and things like that, because it is important, to be fair. Those bug reports will help make the game better, and it'll also help make some of this content come out faster, because I think if you've learned anything about these devs, content is gated based on time of when they feel like releasing it. It's more based on when it's ready, and the more people who help test the content, the more they're able to fix those issues, and the more smoother the transaction is of that. I think is the faster you'll be able to get that new content in your hands. So isn't that cool? That's the safe gate there. There's the station, obviously, there. And then here's our little ship here that we're just going to take out. So I'm doing this. I'm not doing a cut here. Normally I probably would do a cut, but I'm just like, screw it. So the way it works when you land on the moon is there's a hover system. So if you bring the ship close to the moon, basically if it's slow enough and you get closer to the surface, hover mode gets activated. And I don't know exactly how it works. I'm almost thinking it's probably like turning it into a static type, item, or I'm not sure how it works basically, but it does basically like lock it up and it doesn't fall, gravity doesn't screw it up, and it doesn't also waste power, I believe, when you're doing this, though I didn't actually sit there and test it all out, but I'm pretty sure it works pretty smoothly. So here we go, we'll get in here. Thankfully I don't have a ship, so I'm really happy we have this ship right now, because we'd be kind of screwed. Now this ship is kind of self-destroying itself a bit. We had an accident here, and it looks like either more accidents happened or somebody kind of whacked the ship a bit. That might not even work anymore. I'm hoping it will. Okay, it will. Okay, so one thing you probably don't want to do is move your ship on the moon. You should probably take... is it working? Oh yeah, it's working. You probably want to vertically take off right away, so you're up arrow, and not start flying, because if you start flying forward, more than likely your ship will go down a bit and you'll scrape the bottom. We lost our warp drive doing that, which was kind of funny, to be fair. So might take you extra effort, but it was one of the best tips I could probably give you. Don't do what I did, where I was swinging my ship around, and then we should be good. We should probably be fine. And then, oh, I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't think I have the safety. So gameplay, where is that under anyway? Safe zone, here we go. Allow hosted ship to leave the safe zone. There we go. We should probably turn our transponder off. Now, you're not supposed to be griefing here, by the way, so it isn't meant to be going around and killing people and screwing them over. In fact, they will ban your ass if you start griefing other players here, so just keep that in mind, that it's here to test things, like actually legitimately test, and not test how to grief and make people's lives miserable. So did we get the... Yeah, so we left, exit, okay. So we're still within the safe zone, I think? Yeah, I think we are. Approaching safe zone border, okay. Now, because of all the durability errors we have on this ship, there's a big chance that this ship will fall apart. But that's just the beauty of it. Okay, so let's... Okay, so approaching... It still says approaching. I might have done a bad job coming out of the safe zone here. Let's go this way, and hopefully it works out. I guess the moon base doesn't actually have a thing to tell us how far we are. I'm actually surprised by that. They'll probably add one later on. Kind of need some sort of beacon signal or something from it. Maybe we... leave safe zone. Leaving safe zone. Approaching. Okay, so maybe we are out of it. You can set something on here. I don't know if this ship has it, but you can, with your transponder settings, by the way, you can actually read and display if you're in the safe zone, out of a safe zone, things like that. So there is that ability. Okay, so we're gonna nosedive a bit, but we're gonna try not to get ourselves killed here. kind of free falling here. Now, the gravity seems less harsh here. Now, it could be just the ship we're using, but we did feel that the gravity seems a lot less harsh here. So that could be just coincidental, or it could be a new big change in the game. So that'll make things a little bit more interesting. And then let's just start bringing her down, yeah. So we're just going to do the down arrow. Basically, play it safe. Just go downwards here. Now we're probably climbing down pretty close now. Oh yeah, so we'll probably let go and just let it drift a bit. This might be a bad idea. I don't know how well this... Oh, this is a bad idea. Up, 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 up. Oh, we're good. See how it says entering hover? I don't know if I should fight against that or if it's going to stop me from hitting the ground at that point. I feel like you want to wait till... There you go. Yeah, it's still going down, so we'll give it a minute and let it ease its way, but it should be safe now. It shouldn't have any issues. There you go. Okay. Oh, we're still in the cockpit. I thought I got out of it, and apparently we didn't. Okay. And that's how we scraped our bottom and screwed it up. Obviously, I would recommend not having something sticking on the bottom like a warp core. That's where it was, right there, and that was pretty much why we ended up having our issue. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at the ship there. See, that is, like, that there is probably the most amazing little view ever. Just the fact that you can stare far away, you got your belt up there, you got your gate there, you got your city there, and then all of a sudden you just, like, have that atmosphere of this just random ship flying far away. It's, like, literally one of those, like, animated backgrounds you'd see in, like, one of the movies, which is pretty cool. Okay, I think we're ready here. Just doing something on the side here just for a second. And then, yeah, let's get started, shall we? So I have a pickaxe on me. I don't have any of the explosives and everything else. I didn't bring those, sorry. But I do have a pickaxe here, so let's go ahead. So basically, you can mine this. And I don't believe you'll actually see. So when you right-click, you don't see the materials. I think they're automatically going into our inventory, I'm guessing. Is that how it works? Yeah, I'm not quite sure there. Let's dig a little further down here. I think so. Yeah, it's going up, right? Yeah. Remember, this is just a test right now, so there's no patches of the ores and materials yet. So that's kind of how it's going. Yeah, it works that way. So that's how it is. You're not actually seeing something physically in the world, which I'm really happy about, because in a lot of games, when you start doing that, there's that, you know, physical lag and everything else. There's another cool ship coming by. That's so cool. But anyways, so yeah, you can do this up to, oh man, I forget what Lori said. I think it was 125 kilometers or 150, but it could have been even further. But basically, let's just say, you know, it was a little over 100 kilometers anyways. You can dig down, like 100 kilometers straight down, which is insane. But there's a huge but there. You're going to be doing that forever. Probably never worth it, but you also can't make tunnels, so keep in mind, like, if we dig to the side here, as far as I know, it caves in. Now, I don't know how this is going to work material-wise. I'm guessing it just voids whatever, so whatever action and hitting you get, that's the material you're getting, I would assume. But you can definitely go down and dig out like this, for example, and kind of make it into a big open pit, which is pretty cool, to be fair. So if we go back and forth here, this should work out really well. There you go. There we have it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it looks really good. I like the graphics on it. Okay. So that's pretty much your mining 101. Like I said, there's nothing really here. It's just the basic test. It's not saved to the server side. It's not synced to other players. So even if you're digging it a foot away from another player, they're literally not getting the packets and information that would, you know, get sent to them. So it's not going to work out here. Now the stations, you can build the stations. I'm not going to do that today. You can build the station block. If we go into H here and you go, I guess you can probably type in station, or there's so many different spots now. I'm not sure which one I would be looking under. Station. Okay, station, station foundation, outside safe zone, inside safe zone. It's funny because I looked at it before, but I'm not quite sure where I saw it. Oh, public test universe. Here we go. So moon base support legs. There's your support legs here. So it requires Velkite and Bastium. And then you can see here, you got your moon base foundation inside. And these numbers seem a little bit too somewhat generous, but I mean, they might be changed quite a bit later on. And then you got your moon foundation outside safe zone. So pretty decent there. And then everything else you see here, this is part of the capital ships, which I think they might not be complete. Like, I think some of these recipes will be changed. So let's see if you look at this corner, you got the alloy here. But then if you go to this piece here, you got the alloy. But then you go to something like the ship dock corner full, there's no alloys at all here. So maybe that's on purpose, I'm not sure. But yeah, because it is a capital ship, maybe you have to, I don't know. We'll have to see. We really don't know. I would assume the alloys would be required for some of the more advanced pieces, so that's why I have a feeling they might be changed, but we'll find out. And what else can we look at here? You got your... I guess you have everything unlocked here, so that's cool. Oh yes, you have the PTU stuff here, so you got your moon base building here, and then your capital ship docks, capital ship basic blocks here, and capital ship frames. So if we go capital, there you go. It's everything we saw already, I guess, yeah. Very cool. Okay, let's see if we can get this going again. I can go back to the moon base here. Oh, I did what I told you guys never to do. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, we're good. We're stabilized. It's like, yeah, you don't want to do that. You wanna go up first before you start doing that. And it has a bit of a pull to it. I'm not sure if that's just us fighting it or... Yeah, we're actually not going up much. Maybe I will thrust her forward. Okay, let's just go up. Since we don't have the thing on the bottom, we can probably pitch up and be just fine. But obviously, you gotta be careful. We'll go back to the station where we're at, and then we'll attempt to land there, though unfortunately I don't own this ship, so once it despawns, that's it. I'll lose this ship for good. Just for the fact that it's I'm in the group, and that's the only reason I have control over it right now. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't bring my own ship, so... And they don't have an easy ship to grab yet. There's no ships with, I don't believe, with warp cores yet, so you don't have just like the easy option of, well, I'll buy a ship with the warp core. But these guys right here, I believe, is your... I think that's probably the one we came from. There's 4 of those, I believe, in total. It sounded like there was 4 anyways in total. And that's where you can go ahead and despawn your ship. So you can literally go there, despawn it. Now, as far as I know, spawning and despawning, you won't be able to... It's not connected to Origin at all. Just like if you've ever gone to the gate on the other side, there's stations on it. And on the Origin side. And as far as I know, those are also not part of it. So if you despawn it there and then you go away, you won't be getting it back unless you come back. So, which I like that quite a bit. Now, they don't have an auction house terminal or anything like that here yet. I kind of hoping they will, but we'll see what their plans on for that. I think it'd be more interesting to have a market set here as well, just for the fact then people will bring materials here, people will remove materials here, and it just kind of keeps them kind of mixed around the universe. Though I do feel like we have a lot of material. There's not enough material gaps in certain areas, and you get quite a bit of those materials. So there's like maybe 1 or 2 resources that, you know, people will need to ship from one place to the other. But maybe that's all that you need anyways. You really shouldn't have like half the ores missing, I would say. Okay, so let's bring this guy down here. And then, yeah, we're just going to go here and just crash this here. I don't want to go into the blue zone here, just so I don't end up having that issue. I'm guessing if it goes in the blue zone, it might get despawned, but I'm not even sure. I'm curious. This is a safe zone, so it shouldn't take damage. So I'm curious about this hover mode. Wow. That hover mode really grabbed onto it. Okay. Wow, so that's what you do. You do your up and down keys. Now you have to remember, if your ship's not straight, like mine is here, you might end up hitting your back end and destroying it. So you want to keep an eye on that. But I'm actually really amazed how smooth that was. Okay, so let's go back here. There's Lori spying on us. There you go. I like the shadowing in the game. It's kind of cool to see the shadows here. But anyways. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? It's like I kind of just want the force field to go away. Okay, so in here we have a couple of things. Let me... Okay, so if we go over here... So we got a few terminals here. These ones, I believe... I don't see one here, but then this is probably not one of them. Here's one over here. I saw... It's a little confusing because I saw one over here before that was like you could sell your ships. So I believe you could even sell ships here if you wanted to. Probably more for people, you know, scrapping ships. But I believe this is the spawn terminal here. Yeah, so this one is, if you owned a ship, obviously would show up on here. So this is a perfect place. And there should be 4 of these, it sounded like, in total. So you can see somebody's ship over there and stuff. And then if we go over here... I'm not quite sure where it was here. Lori actually teleported me here, so I'm a little tiny bit lost here because I'm not quite sure where that was. It was around here somewhere, but let's see if we can find it here. There's a terminal here then, of course, to save here as well, so... Oh, here it is. Oh, it's probably right where the numbers are, actually. T4 Tier 1. Oh, it could be. Let's check it out. It does kind of seem plausible, but we'll see for sure. Nope, that's not it. You'll have to take my word for it. It's around here. Let's go more in the center part. That would actually make more sense if it's more in the center here, to be fair. But I'm not quite sure. It's like one of those things, like, you know, I've only been here once. Once I do this like 3 more times, I'll figure it all out. Some cool sound effects. Looks like you can't even get into the center of this thing. It's just this is a big light, like a beacon light here, which is pretty cool actually. Okay, so you got the T2 there. You got the little animation board things there, which I don't think do much at all. Well, this one has it. Oh, the Tier 4. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's not there, but it is on this one. Interesting. As you can see it loading up there. That doesn't happen. Yeah, okay, there you go. Well, now you got to admit, that's not really my fault there. That is a bit confusing, especially since on the 4, not like the 1. But, okay, yeah, there you go. So this one is where the insurance transfer is. So this is what I have. So if you go to Origin, you're not supposed to be able to come back here. I'm not going to test that right now, but obviously that's how it works. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. I do hope they add the auction house here just for the fact that it makes sense. The reason I want it is because they will promote traders. That way people will buy and sell in this area, but at the same time, people will just say, okay, you know what? I just like trading and I'll come here, pick up a load, deliver to Origin, back and forth. And this route would be pretty much safe zone-ish. Though I believe from here to the gate isn't safe zone, so that's the only downside with that. I don't know if they're going to ever change that at all, just because this is kind of like the first planet, or the first moon, and it's sort of already kind of, I don't know, a bit Care Bear already, because it already has a gate here and things like that. Instead, you're not using, you know, your capital ship warp system. I kind of want to see that gate to this area a safe zone, just for the fact that it seems like this would just be like your training wheel planet in a sense, and then start adding some really cool unique planets and resources to some of those other planets out there. Then we take our capital ships there, and then, you know, the training wheels are off at that point. But we'll see how that works. But it would be kind of nice for traders to get here. Plus now traders will also have the ability to go 300 kilometers into the actual belt, onto that belt, and they'll have that new Origin-like station there where they'll be able to trade on the auction house, buy and sell things, and I think that'll be pretty cool. And you won't be able to vendor anything either, which I think that's really cool. So some people might put really easy, simple resources there, like ice, for example, where most people don't even want to deal with it, but it won't be 800 credits, maybe it'll be even 500 or 600. So you'll see prices that are even lower than the Origin prices. And I think that will change the game quite a bit there, just because now, you can make money just for the trading of it. Of course, don't forget, it is in PvP space. You're going to literally have to travel probably, 250 or so kilometers away to get back to the Origin safe zone area. So that's the added risk, obviously, but I think that's pretty cool. So anyways, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.